Hello, Hannah. Simon here with the analysis of Stacey Abrams' speech regarding the American midterm election. So what we did in our group to analyze this speech was to use the rhetorical pentagon, which you gave us, and of course, pick out the relevant bits that we found appropriate for analysis, for an analysis. And of course, the intention of the speech is to create this kind of sense of community for the devastated Democrats, if you could say as such, who naturally have lost the election for governor, or at least Stacey Abrams has. Abrams uses these forms of appeal or uses pathos mostly as her form of appeal, where she, among others, says democracy only works when we work for it, and it's not about me, it's about us, which also underlines this sense of community that she kind of creates. This leads us on to her language, or her use of language, which mostly consists of short sentences, and also at a very informal level. And you can clearly see that she kind of tries to meet her crowd at eye level. And of course, it becomes kind of a weird speech, actually, because she has only possibly lost the election for governor of Georgia, which is perhaps at least also why her speech becomes so pedagogical, and she's very clear in her speech as well. And also, I know you like this one, is that, or another fact, is that she uses some clear religious references, where she uses these repetitions pretty much all the time when it's our votes, and then she asks the crowd to repeat our votes, which is kind of gospel-ish, if you can say it as that, which is widely used in American churches, especially in the African American neighborhoods of pretty much every part of the country. I know, for instance, that in Colorado, where I lived in the United States, that there were also these gospel churches consisting mostly of either Mexicans or African Americans. And also, speaking of these repetitions, Abrams is very optimistic, of course, in terms of this election. We have previously worked, or in class we previously worked with her, what's it called, kind of mocking the Republican candidate for kind of blocking the ability to vote for some people in Georgia, mostly the poor neighborhoods. And there was also the story of a blind man who was denied voting simply because he needed help to do this. So of course he asks a new family member, being his daughter in this situation. Yeah, kind of horrible, and we don't know if it happened, but knowing the Republicans and knowing Trump and such on, I highly believe that it did. We've already spoken about pathos as a form of appeal, but just for the mere fact that she is a candidate for governor of Florida, she also has a natural ethos surrounding her, also in form of these repetitions, which, don't ask me why, but it seems very credible, and she's also she also seems very trustworthy using these repetitions. Let me just see if I have anything more for you, Hannah. Actually, I think that was it. Of course, let's hope that Abrams brings it home. But have a good weekend.